Radiant is a unique program, I think, in the world. I haven't seen any other graduate training programs like it because we're blending the neuroscience and the neurotechnology across a number of disciplines. And then we're adding to that by giving people this edge in terms of understanding what is entrepreneurship. All the way through university and then going into graduate school, I was really interested in how experience shapes the brain. Studying that and learning how to use different kind of neuroimaging technology. As I think really as I moved into my faculty position, I started thinking more about where I was going with the science and what the relevance was. And I had the great fortune of being able to interact with a lot of different clinicians here in Halifax and really started listening to what their pain points were, what was bothering them, what questions they had about different patients that they wished they had answers to that really drove innovation and design thinking. So what we're really trying to infuse our trainees with is this idea that before you spend a lot of time doing the science and doing the technology development, you really step back and you think and you start asking the people who you want to help, the clinicians or the patients or the consumers, what do they need? What are they interested in? What are their pain points? The initial impetus for Radiant was a CREATE grant from the Natural Science and Engineering Research Council of Canada. And it basically gave us the funding to develop this graduate program. And now we're at the point where we have a full-fledged graduate program, we have graduate certificates, we actually just initiated an undergraduate certificate program, we have postdoctoral traineeships. So we're really training people at all levels. In the future, what I'd like to see is to basically bring in more industry partnerships. The Langa project is really fun. It's been going on for about 2 years now, and really started because Juan Cruz from the company approached me and said, hey, we've got these ideas about using speech recognition and video gaming to teach second languages. What do you think? And I said, wow, I would love to do that. I've always thought that would be a cool thing to do. I just didn't know how to go about it.
Langa is essentially a video game that helps you learn a language. And it's an experimental software development that we are working in combination with a neurocognitive imaging lab. And because we wanted to be really innovative, we wanted to have someone who was more in the evidence gathering side of things.
We're doing a mixture of things in our collaboration with Langa. We have ideas about how we might want to teach second languages, or especially as we start thinking about, can we tailor the training experience to individuals? And now we've evolved to the point where we have 2 postdoctoral fellows who are actually working at Langa half-time. So they're half in my lab, half at the Langa studio.
I would certainly think that is absolutely brilliant to have different disciplines interact, like in our case, folks who are focused on entertainment and software development coming and working with research scientists. I just think it's wonderful. The word that always comes to mind is cross-pollination.
It's a great partnership. It's an unusual one when you think about an academic industry collaboration. Often you might think more of people in suits and ties and boardrooms and a very sort of stiff kind of environment. When you're working with a small startup, you really are working with the people who are running the company, who are passionate about it, and they're always really interesting people. I think we're really poised at the point where we need more people who want to think about the entrepreneurship side and how they move these things into the real world. And sure, some of the products aren't going to work. There are a lot of ideas that may crash and burn, but I think we're at the point where we can try these ideas, and some of them are going to work, and some of them are going to have a really huge impact on society.